G'day everyone, BelleAim here, and I'm joined once again by the amazing Derrick from GameXplain.
Hello everyone.
And we are here today to talk about and react to the Toy Story 4 trailer that just came out today.
Yeah, it's finally got some actual footage of this movie. Before, we've only gotten teasers that have hinted at things, but you had no real idea where they were going with it, especially that first teaser where they're all in a circle, and it's just...
Yeah.
It came out the same day as Detective Pikachu, and I was like, I'm going to go with Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That's right. And that trailer did, or teaser, I should say, did nothing for me. That was not exciting whatsoever.
Yeah.
It just lasted on and on and on. And I was like, okay, we get it. Slow motion, everybody falling into each other.
Catchphrases.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a better trailer, though it comes with its own issues.
I guess so. I don't know. Overall, I do still want to see the film, but I guess the first thing is Forky. What's your thought on Forky?
Forky is... It's a very interesting thing with him because the entire, I'd say, first half of that trailer, maybe first third, I'm not sure, is dedicated to Forky. The whole idea that Bonnie made a toy and somehow this gave him life, but he does not like life. He wanted to be used for soup and then wanted to be thrown in the trash. That was his life and that's what he wanted. So it's kind of fascinating from that degree, but it's funny because the movie doesn't spend a lot of time on him. It's just like, hey, he made Forky, this is a thing now, and this is our excuse for Woody to get separated in order for him to run into Bo. And the Bo plot seems to be much more of a focus than anything else.
Yeah, I think Bo's definitely going to be the major thing here, but Forky, I don't know. Something about him I did not like at the beginning, just because why would he want to be in the trash? Like, he was given the ability to be played with and stuff. I don't know. I can't relate to that, so I don't get that part. He wasn't my favorite, but he did make me laugh with his dumb look when Woody was trying to be all serious and deep. And then he just looked up at him and his googly eyes were all rolling around like, huh?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
No, Forky did actually have the best laughs in the movie. The rest of the trailer was just like, okay, they're going for the feels again and getting a sense of the plot. And I think that's my other major issue is it feels like we're getting elements of all three previous Toy Story movies squeezed into this one, and nothing seems particularly fresh or new or worthwhile of a sequel. That being said, I still want to see it. I'm still curious because I've been with this series since I was 10. So I kind of have an affection for it, and I'm intrigued enough that I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it.
I can see elements of Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and after seeing what they've shown of Bo, there's no way she's not a secret villain. I'll be shocked if she's not a secret villain.
And I am shocked. Actually, when you said that, I didn't even originally think she would be the secret bad guy, but as soon as you said it, I completely agree with you. They are totally setting it up for her to be one, or they're setting it up for her to be one of those red herring, like, oh, she's going to be bad, but maybe she won't. But my guess is, yeah, she's going to end up being kind of a bad villain. But do you think that she's going to be able to come back around, or do you think she's going to stay evil the whole time?
I have a feeling if they go with the secret villain route, I think they might have Woody be able to change her, because we've had the secret villain that tempts Woody to do some kind of thing as a toy. In two previous movies, we had Stinky Pete in Toy Story 2, where he wanted to be sealed in the box and adored by children but not played with, and then we had Lotso, who just ran a tyrannical whole thing, and it was just sort of, we've seen that before where they play nice and then they end up evil, and we right off the bat we see Bo saving Woody from these antique toys, what it looks like. But then later in the movie, she's like, stop Woody, and it looks like those antique toys are chasing after him. So it's like, is she working together with him? Like, the way this trailer is pointing is like, she's totally secret bad guy.
And with Lotso, they could go a different way too, because with Lotso, they actually were very kind to him and they saved his life. And then he repaid them by continuing to be evil. So maybe in this one, they're going to do something really great for Bo, and she will turn around. It's maybe going to be one of those, they're going to continue to show these acts of kindness, even if they aren't sure what the retribution is going to be, like the reaction, So it could go that way as well.
I could see it going that way, and I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people like Belle, and they probably don't want to see her be the bad guy and end the bad guy. That's my guess. Maybe she's like kind of turned villainish because of the hard life she went through with the whole antique thing. Maybe she was donated to an antique store because she is made of the porcelain. Oh my gosh. Right. What if she falls and cracks and that's how it ends? Oh my God.
Here's the thing. I think if you want my full prediction, I think she's somehow going to resist, end up getting broken. Bonnie or her parents will fix her, and then she'll still stick around just being a little cracked and broken.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, I just had that thought though, that what if she like falls and it's just shattered, and that's how they're gonna make me cry, because Pixar always makes me cry.
Oh yeah, they're good at that.
Oh gosh. Okay, wow. Yeah. The other thing, going back to Forky really quickly, it was weird to me why Woody was so adamant about forcing him to do something. He was like, because Forky was jumping out saying, I'm not supposed to live, I'm supposed to be just for chili and stuff, and then in the trash. But then Woody was so adamant about saying, no, that's not how life is, you have to do this, you have to be on our side. That was so weird to me, why he was so forceful.
Oh, that wasn't weird to me at all. That's sort of Woody's whole thing. He's always devoted to his kid, and I think he's learned enough that, like, you know, every toy really does matter in a kid's life, and he wants Forky to be there for Bonnie because he knows she'll take it hard.
Yeah, that's true. So
he's always thinking about his kid, not necessarily himself, because, you know, everybody's not really sure about Forky.
At first I was really down on Forky. I was not really that excited, but by the end of the trailer I think I am warming up to him, because he did seem more adorable and likable at the end. And
he's one of those that's either going to be really annoying or kind of the heart of the film.
Yeah, I agree totally. And I agree with what you said much earlier about the Toy Story 3 section. Especially for me, I got a lot of Toy Story 3 flashbacks when I saw this, because Bo reminded me of Lotso saying, you don't need to have a kid, you can be out here, there's plenty of stuff here, you know. Like with Lotso, he was talking about the daycare, saying you don't need one kid, look at how many you've got here. But now Bo is saying, you don't need a kid, we can be out here kind of Lone Ranger style is what it looked like. And I don't know, it was so similar to me, like you were saying. And then we've got the Toy Story 2 similarities, where we have Buzz and Woody separated from each other and trying to get back together almost the whole film. I don't even know if Buzz and Woody are going to have any friendship moments like together on screen.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have interaction. Like, the thing is, you don't need to build up their friendship anymore. They are as close of friends as you can be.
But I kind of want to see them play off each other and go at this together instead of always Woody doing it alone.
And maybe that'll be the case.
Been cool.
But it definitely seems like, you know, like you said, Toy Story 2, where Woody gets separated, the rest of the toys try to rescue him, and that's where we're at this time. Just that Woody's interacting with antiques, and Buzz gets to interact with carnival toys.
Yeah. The antique section, by the way, was really reminiscent to me personally of The Great Mouse Detective. As soon as that came up, I just immediately thought of The Great Mouse Detective, and I was wondering if they were maybe calling back to that, because even the color and the tone reminded me of that scene. It reminded me of when Basil and friends were all in the toy store at night, and it was creepy, and there were things popping out, and, you know, dolls that didn't blink looking at you and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It gave me that same vibe. I don't know if it came across to anyone else. Did you feel that?
No, I never thought of Great Mouse Detective in that one. It's just sort of, you know, antique toys, especially glass dolls and ventriloquist dolls, they're always creepy.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only thing I was really seeing with that scene. It could be intentional, I'm not sure, but it wasn't the first thing that came to my mind. I think they were just going for that creepy factor.
Yeah, definitely creepy. And the animation looks amazing, by the way. Even like they had so many cinematic shots. Did you notice how they framed so many of those scenes? It just looked so beautiful. The colors were popping, and the scenes looked so well done, and just the animation smoothness looked great.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected at this point. Pixar is just become the top of the field, and every one of their films looks amazing, and seeing it in motion, it's always most interesting to see with Toy Story, because that was their first, so you can just see how big of a leap it's been since that original, and how everything looks. It's really good stuff, and I'm looking for, it's going to be a visual treat. It's definitely more muted colors because we're in sort of this small wooded town, but I think there's, with the carnival and whatnot, there's definitely a lot of possibilities.
I guess so. I didn't notice it muted so much except for the antique area, but the rest of it to me seemed pretty vibrant. And we get to see Andy again with high res.
Yeah. Get a little flashback of him as a kid. So there's a lot of potential. The biggest problem, I think, with this trailer is that we went from knowing too little to probably knowing too much.
Yeah, I felt like it pretty much gave the whole story away.
Yeah, exactly. We can totally see where it goes, how it all begins with Forky being created, and then trying to adjust to him, and in the meantime, it's time for summer vacation, and Bonnie and her family goes on this camping trip and end up in this small town, which is where Woody jumps out to save Forky and ends up in the antique store. But there's also a carnival going on, and you can just see plot for point for point. And, you know, a lot of trailers do that these days, but it always
It's kind of a bummer, though, yeah. Because I feel like we saw Forky's entire character arc in the trailer.
Yeah, it feels like that, because you could just see him turn it around, and I don't know, it doesn't quite work. It was a nice surprise with the latest Avengers Endgame trailer, how Marvel is sticking to the idea that they're only showing scenes from the first 15 minutes of the movie. And that can be hard with other movies, but I still appreciate keeping things
a surprise.
A little bit, a little bit more of a surprise, but all of it's out there. So now it's just a matter of seeing how it all comes together and whether it can still be enjoyable. And like I said, I'm going to see this movie no matter what.
Me too.
But I want it to be good, you know?
I think it'll be good. Like, I don't think we're going to have what was that dinosaur movie again? I can't even remember.
The Good Dinosaur.
Yeah, like, that's how bad it was for me. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I don't think it's going to be a Cars 2 situation either. I think it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be the best out of the series. I highly doubt that it would be the best. But I don't think it's going to be bad. It might be predictable, but I don't think bad. Yeah,
it might be predictable. It's probably just be more of a stinker. But, you know, if anything, if it's any, you know, I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be forgettable at worst, which might be worse to some people. But here's the thing: it's just everybody's going to see this movie. There's too much nostalgia factor in it. That's why that's why they're making another one, because they know people will go see it. But as far as the story itself, there's potential here. Yeah, they're treading old ground, but I don't know. I feel like there's possibilities. I think there's ways to make this work. Not sure if it'll actually pull it off, but the possibility is there.
And they are exploring slightly new angles, because they are going to be looking at antiques, like maybe how antique feels after their child is gone or passed away or anything like that. So they are pulling from that, and then carnival toys. So that has some possible fresh new ideas. And
as well as the toys being made by kids. So
toys being made by kids, homemade kind of toys, which reminds me of when I was a kid and I made this character called Stickly, which was like a thing on Nickelodeon, and basically it was just a popsicle stick with a face on it. But Forky does remind me of that a little bit.
He's probably been inspired by it. That'd be my guess.
Maybe, I don't know. But it definitely made me think of my Stickly character.
Yeah.
So,
but, yeah. We'll see how it all turns out. I'm not sure, but again, there's no way, like, even the people who are like a little unsure about it, they're totally going to see this movie. Yeah.
Even people who are hesitant are going to see it just to see it. Or who knows, maybe they'll wait till the reviews, but I'm going to see it no matter what. Sounds like you will too. But one other thing, Belle seems like she's a big part of this movie. So do you have an overall thought of Belle? My thought was, first of all, I'm not even sure if it's the same voice actress, because for some reason it sounds different to me than I remember at the beginning. She sounded more country in the first movies, and this time not so much. So I can't really place my finger on that. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've watched Toy Story 2, where she was last in, and she never had a big role, so it's not like her voice has a chance to really stick with you. I think it's close enough, and there's the potential's there. As for Bo herself, it's cool to see her in a more proactive role, because she never really did much in the previous Toy Story movies. So it's good to see her actually able to do stuff this time around. So I'm excited about I'm excited about the character. Not sure where they're going to go with her.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Again, I like the potential.
Do you think there's going to be like a love interest thing between her and Woody, or do you think that's going to be kind of a short fuse? Do you think it's going to be like...
No.
Okay.
I mean, the whole point of Toy Story, her character was just Woody's girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if maybe they would just start out with a quick little thing, like he was still interested, but she was over it, and then move from there, or if it's going to be this continual thing, and they end up together.
I think they're going to have to re-spark, but I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to be a glazed over thing, I don't think.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
you think they'll still like each other
3,
by the end of the movie?
Probably.
Yeah. My guess is it'll either have a really horrible ending where she like shatters, or it'll be more of a happy ending where they are together with Bonnie. Like maybe she does get broken and then repaired with Bonnie, like you said earlier. I like that idea. That's a good one. And I think we might get a cameo of Andy. What do you think about that?
At best a cameo. There's no way I'm assuming you mean older Andy, because we did see young Andy in this.
Yeah, I mean like present day Andy. I think he's gonna show up. I think we're gonna see him again.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think so. Like it would seem a little too trite to have him, go off to college and then have him come back and just show up as a random background character for this whole thing. It's not the same as having Sid be the garbage guy in Toy Story 3.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little different.
I totally missed that the first time I saw it, by the way. I had to see something later on or read about later on to finally realize that was him.
Like, Sid makes a certain amount of sense, but Andy's story is done, and they use that opportunity to pull heartstrings on the toys to see, like, seeing him again. I don't think that's a good story choice. I think their arc with Andy is over. The whole point of the ending of Toy Story 3 and why it killed us is him letting go of his toys and growing up. And Bonnie doesn't look that much older, so I don't think that much time has passed. So he's probably in college, unless he just so happens to
be at the carnival,
have summer vacation at the same carnival. Yeah.
What if he's with his girlfriend at the carnival, and then he sees his toys as prizes?
Oh my gosh!
And he's like, "Hey, I had toys like that once," and it's kind of like a Brave Toaster thing where he kind of goes down memory lane.
I mean, it's possible, but I'm not foreseeing it.
So you don't think Andy will be in there, like, at all? But you don't think that Andy and Woody will see each other from a distance or anything like that?
Nope. I'm heartless, but I just don't think it'll be...
It's not heartless. I don't know. I want him to be in there because I think Andy is such a great character. I always really loved his character. He's fun. And he was so sweet. Well, thanks for going down that little path with me.
No problem.
All right, well, that's about everything I can think of. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers everything.
All right, sounds good. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Be sure to check out Derrick over on GameXplain. And if you liked this discussion, please let us know by leaving a like and comment and subscribing. And hopefully we will see you again for the next one. Until then, bye.
Bye.